Jordan, and I just kind of wanted to go over my 2025 vision board for this year. I think 2025 is going to be a really great year, and I feel like nearing the end of January, I've really started off really strong, so I want to keep up that momentum. I don't have like a pointer or everything, so you're just gonna have to, look where I say. So, I'm currently in college, studying biomedical science, and I do research. I'm an intern, and I have a dog, and I live in Florida. Just a bunch of things about me, just before we start. So, on the top left, you see like two people obviously doing like science and stuff. I'm really passionate about science, and I really want to give myself more focus on that this year. That kind of ties along with two other things on this vision board, which is the top right and then kind of that bottom middle where you see, someone studying anatomy. The top right is someone studying organic chemistry, and the bottom middle is someone studying anatomy. I am taking both of those classes this year, and I actually just studied for organic chemistry today, but I kind of want to focus more on not necessarily getting good grades, but retaining knowledge that I get from these classes, because I feel like these are very important classes. I'm not a math-driven person, so I didn't do well in Chemistry 1 or Chemistry 2. Those were mostly math-heavy, but organic chemistry is not. My professor was like, basically, gonna be just drawing pictures in this class, call this kind of an art class. I was like, cool, that works for me. In my anatomy class, I think is just going to be super helpful in general. I do my internship at a hospital right now, and we deal a lot with anatomy, and it sucks that I didn't take anatomy previously, but at least I'm taking it now, and it's super interesting, but it's shown to be really, really difficult this year. So, I just want to spend more time retaining knowledge and actually learning instead of just kind of going through the motions and procrastinating and saving everything for the last minute. I think that instead of having, my vision board be like, oh, all A's and a 4.5 GPA, like, I'm not even that close to that anymore. Like, I really just want to focus on learning, retaining knowledge, and I think that would be the gateway for me to really make those good grades. So, moving on. So, we're gonna do now the top middle and kind of the middle right. Not far right, but like the dog and then the mountains and the scenery and everything. I personally I lack in vitamin D, and I think it's because I get more blue light on my screen than I do sunlight. So I really want it to be a goal for me this year where I go out more and I do more hikes, especially since I'm not like the healthiest right now. I'm probably the most unhealthiest I've been in my life currently, which just, it sucks. But I also got a dog last April, and coming up on 1 year that I've had him, and I really want to take him for a lot more walks and just get him out of the house. We have a decently big backyard that he just runs around in and stays outside for a while. Just loves being outside. But I actually want to go take him for walks just to get us both, just moving around. So, because he's a lab, husky, and German shepherd mix, and he really needs to get out. So, let's do the bottom left now. So, this, for me, just, I want to focus more on, not that I'm not hygienic. It's just, this past year, like, ever since I got into college and everything and trying to adjust into college, it has been really, really hard to just, like, stay on top of everything. Like, my laundry, like, piled up a lot, and I'll get to that, in that middle picture, but, my laundry piled up, and it was just so hard for me to maintain a routine with everything. And so, like shower days and self-care days like flew by, and I felt really disgusting all the time, and I didn't have motivation to even just hop in the shower or even get a water shower. Not to say I'm not hygienic, it's just I want to spend more time being like, okay, focusing on myself, focusing on self-care, and focusing on being super clean and super like fresh, just be fresh, so it's just whenever you're stressed and you have horrible time management like I do, some things like that just seem like the worst thing in the world to do. I've seen videos where people are like, the time of me right now and then getting in the shower is like my own personal hell. And I feel like that was me this past year and a half, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally can't work up the courage to get in a freaking shower for some reason. It just felt like the worst thing in the world, but every single time I got out of it, I was like, wow, I feel so great. But, obviously I've been staying good on that, especially since going to the gym more. So, speaking of that, so the bottom right and the girl doing like yoga on top of it kind of tie in together. So does the girl in the vegetable section, but we'll get to that. I really just want to put more of an emphasis on being healthier and moving my body and building muscle and getting into a routine where I'm going to the gym every day. One thing I've learned, and I've tried drilling into my brain so bad, is that consistency is key. But it's going to the gym, with doing anything, habit-wise. I I tried reading the Atomic Habits book, but I'm not much of a reader right now. So, but one lesson I learned from that, just from the few pages I read, was consistency is key if you want to build habit. And I've gotten much better at it. I mean, these past few days this past week has just been super snowy. And it's been crazy. I don't know if you heard about that, but we got so much snow, just out of the ordinary. It was such a phenomenon, but it was cool. But, the roads were iced over and I wasn't able to get out of the house for like 3 days. So it sucked. But, I want to practice more mindfulness and being healthy and, just putting myself first, and I tried to tell myself that what I was doing last year and giving myself overly amount of time to relax and just lay down and watch YouTube videos, like, I convinced myself that I was prioritizing myself by doing that, but I wasn't at all. I was actually like doing the opposite of that. I wasn't prioritizing myself. I wasn't doing things productive. I wasn't, like on a consistent routine. I wasn't going to the gym. I was lazy, and I convinced myself that I was prioritizing myself when I really wasn't. So I really want to focus on that this year. So now we'll get to the girl in the middle. Basically, along with the same thing, I just want to prioritize my health and start meal prepping, especially. And I've already kind of done that because whenever I'm gone for like every single day besides Friday, even some days I'm gone on Fridays because I don't have class on Fridays or my internship on Fridays, but I still plan things for those days, so I'm gone a lot. So it's really helpful to have a healthy meal prep where I know I'm getting my nutrients and proteins in. So, but yeah, that's it. I think this is also a pretty picture. I don't know, personally, I think a lot of people like hate it. It's kind of like a hear me out, or I'm like, I hate people that take pictures in like the vegetable section, like they're all being healthy and everything. I don't know, I personally love it. I love these pictures where it's like, yeah, you're being healthy, but I don't know. That's me personally. On the bottom between that, obviously the big $10,000 stand out. I have a financial goal of being able to set aside and save $10,000 or even like $15,000 this year. That is a big goal for me, and I think that I would be able to achieve it. I'm kind of on the way now, but that's just a big goal for me since I'm a woman. I love shopping and everything. It's really hard for me to control my shopping sprees, but I think that for my future, since I'm turning 20 in 2 months. I think that it would be great for me to start saving a good chunk of cash. So, right above that, it's a quote that says, "Yes, you can." I think this is I don't want to put in any quotes, but I saw this while I was going through Pinterest, and I was like, you know what? I think that's something I just need to remind myself of. And I often doubt myself a lot. Even when I know I shouldn't, I will still doubt myself. Especially in the field that I'm going into. Like, I don't even know, but I know anything with science or healthcare or medical, anything is so competitive. And so I feel like I just need to keep repeating myself that, yes, you can. You can do this, So, right next to it, to the right, is a picture of the beach. Like I said, I live in Florida, so I don't go to the beach that often, especially not right now. It's, like I said, it was just snowing, which is just crazy. But, closer to, I don't know, like March to summer, I would love to start going to the beach like once a week, since I live like 30 minutes away from the beach. So, right next to that is a clean room. I know I was talking about that whenever I was talking about the clean girl on the left, but I I just had a big pile up of laundry a lot, and I don't know, my room was always just so messy. And it's kind of like the thing I was talking about, like with the shower, like my homework, it just felt like such a like stressor, or I didn't feel any motivation to clean it, Not that, like I said, not to say I wasn't like cleanliness, whatever, clean at all. I did work up the courage to clean like once every 2 weeks, but it still sucked, and I would have a mass amount of laundry to do all at once. But, sorry, thought I heard like someone. But, I feel like this is something that I've done really good at the past few months, is just being clean and, taking time like daily to just clean up a little bit, and especially work on laundry. I've done really good with laundry this past few weeks, so that's something I definitely want to keep on top of, because it just feels so good to be in a clean room, especially a room that smells amazing. So, oh my gosh, is this the last one? Okay, obviously stay hydrated this year. I got a Stanley cup for Christmas. It's a 40-ouncer cup, and I really just want to focus on staying hydrated, because I know it has a lot of benefits, and I love water. So, I'm trying to get there. 1 gallon of water a day, which is just, I know it's crazy, but I really, really, really focus on staying hydrated. I barely drink soda anymore. I used to be a Coke drinker. I used to drink Coca-Colas like 3 cans a day, which was crazy. That was not like a year ago. That was like 3 years ago. But just the fact that I used to drink 3 Cokes a day, and now I'm barely drinking any soda. I think the last soda I've had was Sprite cranberry, and that's like once every week, So I don't know. Those are my 2025 goals, and this is my vision board, and I hope that you guys can just kind of share what your vision board looks like, or what your goals are for this year. I should have put reading as one of mine, but I don't think I have time for that. I have too much on my plate, but the fact that I'm staying in a routine so far is just, it's making me really happy. So yeah. All right.